wanted to show you what I've been doing here. I've been grinding on the frame, trying to get rid of some of these old welds, and I just thought I'd show you my process. So using a 24 grit Cubitron disc, what I've done, you remember this used to be a round piece coming off here, hollow, so a round tube, fairly thick wall. So what I've done, oh, and there's a chunk coming off there. So with the 24 grit, I've got this down close to where I want to be. Same thing here where the top of the battery box was tack welded to the frame. I've got it close, and here, this big ugly seat mount that was here. And you can see just how gaudy it was on the bottom. Not a very nice looking weld really. So now again, I can feel that it's high, but I've got it close. Now I'm going to switch to a 50 or 60 grit disc and take it a little slower and start to get that shape close to the original tube. So, you know, it's a long process. I think I've been at this for about a half hour now. It's just a matter of you know, taking more material away without cutting into the frame tube, or not, you know, certainly not significantly anyway. And so I'll go at it with the 50 or 60 grit disc here. Then I'm going to switch up to the Scotch-Brite and I'll show you the finished product. Well, this went pretty well. While I was in here, I decided I'd cut the tab off that was mounted in here. That was for the brake when it used to be up at the top, and that big dog bone deal was connected to it. So that's gone now, that's out of the way. That came off real clean. It was a good weld. That was one that Tim did. And boy, oh boy, you can sure tell when you're grinding these things away, the difference between a good weld and a bad one. So that came off real nice. This came off really well. I'm very happy with the contour down here. These were tougher for sure, especially this big one at the bottom. But once I got into it, got it taken around, it was fine. I found some other hacks down here, and I did find a few more up here, and I figured, what the heck, I'll just, they weren't real deep or anything. They looked like they were from something, somebody was trying to cut something off, hacksaw marks or something. So I cleaned that up. I did find an old weld over here, 2 pieces of it, just when I hit it with the die grinder, just flaked right off. So it wasn't a real serious weld. But I cleaned that off. There is a nick in the frame over here. Looks to me like somebody caught it with the edge of a cutting wheel, or maybe a hacksaw, but it's not all the way through. It's not real terrible. It's certainly not going to compromise the strength or anything like that. So I just did a little extra grinding in there to clean that side up. You know what? Now we clean all the paint off of it and everything, and with some good high solids primer, I think we're going to be just fine. It's going to look great. I would say that other than you, who's been following along with the videos, nobody's ever going to know that there was anything there. So I'm happy with that. And you know what? That's another one of those jobs that nobody loves doing or anything, but it's done. It's cleaned up. We're good to go. I'm going to throw the back wheel on so I can put this together and take the jack out from under it just so I can get ride height and everything for the front end. And I'll film more here later. All right, thanks.